Right at it. Right at it. Oh,
Jordan
he's
Spieth.
done it again. Just as he did at the John Deere for his first win.
Welcome to episode 165 of the Go Get That podcast. 165 episodes in, believe the first one I've done on my front porch as a last-minute decision, as the boys just saw as I was getting set up out here. Very muggy, a lot muggier than the temperatures that Bob and I had overseas in Europe. Bob just got home probably, a few days ago. I've been home for, a week now. We're here to recap the Open. Coming to you a little bit late on that, but Bob was over there with his buddies. And it wasn't really an inspiring performance from Jordan Spieth, which I guess we'll dive into immediately. So there was not really an urgency to bring out an episode. But lo and behold, Bob and I both there, and Jordan has his worst Open finish in 10 years with T40. Pretty uninspiring
Kudos.
all around. Reason the podcast is coming out the week after. It was a meh performance, and meh performances don't get immediate podcasts. Simple as that.
Matt is generous. It was the doomsday, like atomic bomb scenario. I'd argue. I don't really think it could have been worse. I think if he plays 10 opens I think if he plays that open 10 times, T40 is the worst that comes out of it. So kudos to him on hitting the floor at another major championship. But
It was a scintillating Wednesday, though.
yes, it was. Yes, we watched him play like a 6, 7 under 9 holes, but that did not translate as he was 4 over through 8 to start, which is not ideal. But kudos to him. Overall, it was a sick trip, though. Probably the most scenic course on the Rota, so pretty cool to get to see that. Just the views were breathtaking. Really cool town. It was cool meeting a lot of the locals who never have seen anything close to this many people in their life, besides maybe 2019. But yeah, I'm sure we'll get into specifics, but overall thoughts were stinky from Spieth and sick besides that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty well said. I obviously was not over there for it, but so I got to appreciate it on TV, or what was on TV. Thursday was not on TV, did not deserve to be on TV. Going out in 40 to start a major championship in which the golf course is playing. I guess Thursday was probably the hardest day of the week, but on the easier 9, going out in 40, especially when you play the back 9 and 2 under, which showed some championship mettle, some resolve, but really could never get anything going in the way that and in a positive direction that would overall keep momentum. There were some pretty good stretches and there were some pretty poor stretches. I think another top 12 or so in the birdie count for the week, but nowhere close to that on the leaderboard. So pretty kind of classic, sort of rusty Spieth in some ways.
Yeah, Rusty is probably well said.
Yeah, I think Friday, I mean, it was a nice finish to Thursday, playing that back 9 and 2 under. I think you'd sign up for that every day and be really happy about it. But then the start was poor, and then going out Friday and I had a chance to get 4 or 5 on the front and only ending up with 2. Felt deflating, felt like another major kind of sort of slipping away. I guess the front 940 took us out of it, but again, just never having all 4 things clicking at one time. I think overall for the week everything was pretty average. But the front 9 Thursday and then the front 9 Friday, obviously I don't think he was catching Scheffler anyway, but really took him out of the mix for a good finish, and kind of leaves us in a spot of uncertainty heading into the final stretch here.
Yeah, I mean, final stretch is one way to put it. Could be final two events here. If he doesn't pick it up, but the good news is picking it up when it matters most is one of his many specialties. So we have 2 weeks to stay where we are or improve in the FedEx Cup to play another week, and really need one good week in the playoffs to make the Tour Championship. So, and by good week, I don't mean T12 either. Probably needs to be like a T5. Um, but a T5 would, I mean, give him a 1 in 30 shot, if that's what you want to call it, to win the FedEx Cup, which would be
Yes.
hilarious. Um, Even though his odds would still be like 60 to 1 because Scheffler is probably going to be minus 1,000. He's unreal. Truly, watching him was making golf tournaments that unfun is quite the skill. Um, it's something we saw. It's something we see the kind of second tier of the last generation, the Spieths, the McIlroys, generous to put in that group, but really only do once or twice, and he's now doing it almost every major he wins. Is doing it like Woods did. So it's really impressive from him. I watched him a good amount on Saturday, and it's just a different sport going from a Spieth morning tee time to a Scheffler afternoon grouping, and it's a different watch. Like you can tell that they are very far apart from each other. But everyone's far apart. I mean, he
Yeah.
is that much better.
Yeah. No, it's well put. You and your roommate, I don't know if you want me to throw the name out there on the podcast.
You wouldn't care. It doesn't matter.
You and Diego were there to the end on Sunday. I had to dip to get to Dublin for my early morning flight. So you guys probably saw Scheffler a little bit more than I did. But the thing that like the takeaway, and it was kind of like crappy, is we followed Scotty. Um, was it Saturday or Sunday that we followed?
Saturday.
Saturday. And the dude hit some shots that like Spieth would hit. It's just he made the putts that Spieth wouldn't make. That was kind of my takeaway. I remember we were walking. What hole?
I disagree.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. But what was the hole? He was way left. He chips it to like 8 feet and makes the putt for I mean, he was making
Oh,
first save.
yeah, that 11, that was a shot that Spieth would hit. But I was shocked that all of these average shots that I was watching Scheffler hit to, I would have been like, that's a great shot for Spieth. A great shot for anyone, really. I mean, he was putting it to 15 feet basically every hole. Um, but yeah, that par on 11 was just like, what the hell am I watching?
Yeah. No, it's well said. I mean, I'm just looking here. Scotty was, yeah, he's number one in the field putting at the Open, and it's like, when's the last time Spieth's been number one in the field putting? Like, I kind of expect, I've said it like numerously, I expect Spieth to get lapped in terms of the, off the tee play if you're going against Rory, or the iron play when you're going against Scotty, but it's like to get lapped on the greens like that. Like, that's a kick to the midsection, the groin area. Because it's just like that can't happen. That's got to be where Spieth keeps it close because Spieth's got deficiencies all over the place. And yeah, that was just my takeaway following Scotty. He just made some clutch putts, and that's kind of what you got to do in majors. And he made those clutch par saves when the ball striking got a little bit off. Not that it got very off, but when he did get off, he would make that putt that he needed to really just keep it going.
Another takeaway I had on Scotty, um, not a big crowd. Did not have a big crowd at all. And he was the second to last or final grouping Saturday. Final group Saturday. There was not many people at all. And
He was
maybe
the
that was
leader.
just because everyone was in McIlroy, but nobody was following that final group until like the last 3 or 4 holes, which I found fascinating. Because usually any major final group with any sort of name will have a following, no matter who's in contention. But I mean, he was. I mean, there was nobody following that group. Fitz and Scotty.
Yeah, I guess that speaks to Rory, right? And his presence around those parts and potentially Lowry and obviously the Spieth Hovland group got absurd amount of eyes on it, both shooting what 2 over or whatever. Yeah, Scotty was impressive. I watched the it was actually nice. Peacock had the Sky Sports broadcast on.
Ooh.
So I was able to whip out my Peacock and throw on the Sky Sports broadcast and watch that Saturday, Sunday. And it's way better than NBC. Puts them to shame.
I mean, we were talking about that when we were over there. That all the bars would have Sky Sports on, and
Yeah,
the
it's
the thing that
incredible.
really blew me away was that sports bar we were at, Jordan. They had they were showing the highlights from the entire day. It was either Friday, I think it was Friday, and the highlights lasted like 45, 50 minutes. And it was almost like it wasn't even highlights. It was a 50-minute condensed version of the entire day. And like they'd show in real time leaderboards as the highlights were happening. And I was like, holy wow. Like they like this is an hour show.
No
An
commercials.
yeah, no commercials. Hour part of their show. And it's just a recap of the entire day. I mean, we get maybe 1, 2 shots a person from the top 5 on Golf Channel in the last 4 minutes. So
No,
it's
it
impressive.
was fun to watch them and some of the camera angles they show are way better. I thought Portrush was pretty cool. I know you guys had some great weather that week, and I wish it played tougher all 4 days. Thursday was a good test. It felt like it didn't rain a ton, which is a little unfortunate. Was hoping for a little bit more open conditions. But it seems like Portrush is, and a lot of the broadcasters were kind of talking about this too. It seems like Portrush is built to be a part of the rotation
It
going
is.
forward. And I think that's cool. And then, Lowry's maybe in 20 years might be kind of more on the forgotten side of major champions. But I think for Portrush is a notable champion, right? An Irishman winning the Open, kind of in that not in the UK, and then obviously Scotty being at his peak winning the Open. So it's already got a good kind of history of winners, and um I hope I am not sure kind of when the Open may return. I know they have an opening in 3 years, but I'd love to see them go back to
Mhm.
Carnoustie and
Yeah, I would too.
a few other
Turn
places
very.
maybe before, but I think Portrush certainly showed that it's capable of hosting a opens for the modern game.
It did. I don't really even mind the scoring. It. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
it's
like it's
weather
going to be like
dependent.
that every year either. Because
Yeah. Well, and you had
second place was 13 under, and
right.
I mean, there was really no bad weather at all besides Thursday morning. So
And
Yeah,
the
I was gonna
downpour, and we were walking back to our Airbnb on what was it, that Friday that came out of nowhere.
yeah, that's
I
true.
forget my umbrella, and it's just that was
Thanks for
fun.
that. Yeah, we were soaked.
I
yeah.
think the rumor in 3 years is they're going to go back to Royal Lytham. I think that's what I've been reading on.
Liverpool?
No, Lytham.
Oh, Lytham. Chills.
Um, that's the rumor I think I read on Twitter, and the big rumor, which I maybe you heard, Bob, was they're looking to go to Portmarnock in Ireland.
Yeah.
They apparently were like down in Portmarnock, like RNA people, which we learned some funny stuff about while in Portrush about the RNA and how untrustworthy
Yes.
they are. But yeah, which would be the first open site in Ireland,
Yeah.
which would be
Be
obviously
sick.
freaking sweet. So
Go play it at the Magnus.
yeah, Darman.
The yeah, we've got to tell that story. Um
The RNA
about
story.
yeah, there was we were talking to some police guys. By the way, shout out the police in Northern Ireland. What sick outfits they have.
And cars.
Yes. Sick cars, sick outfits. They wear an all dark green outfit and it's sick. But so there was an anti-Catholic march in the streets of Portrush, and they have it every year there. And it's just the political, like, religious climate in Northern Ireland is very interesting. If anyone wants to watch, I think there's plenty of documentaries on it. But basically, Northern Ireland's predominantly Protestant, and Republic is Catholic. So they had a pro UK anti Catholic march in the streets, and the RNA tried to pay them off so that they didn't have it the week of the Open. And the police guys we were talking to said, yeah, they did pay him off in 2019, but then never paid him. So while we snuck into the Portrush's finest wine and dine under the pseudonyms of Mr. Dustin Johnson's cousins that we didn't have a reservation for. We watched the march take place in the streets from the restaurant, and yeah, so
And freaking Darren Clark was just walked into the restaurant where there's a massive line. Darren Clark just walks in because he lives in Portrush and he's
yeah.
just he does not need a reservation.
No,
Make that clear. Darren Clark does not need a reservation anywhere, probably in that
no.
city.
But yeah,
That's
so the
incredible.
RNA are cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a funny story. They do put on a good tournament though. Curious because now we've obviously all four majors are over, which is maybe another topic for another day about how the schedule is and whether the PGA should be back in August and kind of how everything fits together here for golf. But how looking back on the major season, how'd you guys kind of grade it, rank it, stack it up?
For Spieth?
Sure. I mean, that's not the most exciting grade, but I guess just for entertainment value, kind of maybe memories, the way the tournament's played out.
Well, I
Um,
obviously despise seeing Rory win the Slam, so that doesn't help.
yeah. So not your
But
favorite major.
but if you take out the bias and just the fact that a Grand Slam was won, that was a pretty cool moment, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I think it's one of the best major seasons we've had in a while.
I don't know. I don't think there were. It's tough when two of the majors are non-competitive, no matter who wins them.
I agree.
Um, I think I look at the major season as being pretty lackluster, while the major champions being pretty elite. You have
That's
one
actually a really good
random,
take.
two great, two great ones, and then Rory. So
Here's the random one.
Spawn.
Well, you said the random and two great.
Well,
So
I meant Scheffler twice.
Oh, that's mean.
That is a good take though, because I think you look at the Scheffler majors because it's S. Scheffler on the trophy, and he's at sort of the peak of his powers. I think that makes them better than uh kind of if
Yeah,
it
if
was
a
just a
random
bunch
had
of
won
no
it by four,
names.
sure.
Yeah. But I think Spawn winning the way he did it at Oakmont was really cool. And then I mean the McIlroy Masters is obviously one for the history books, whether you like it or not. So I think ultimately it's a pretty darn good major season. Um, some good venues. I think Portrush is sick. Oakmont was good. Well, Quail, I guess, is Quail. But I'm already looking forward to next year's, man. I it's kind of sad that they're over and they go so quickly. Like it doesn't feel that long ago we were prepping for Augusta National and what to expect there, and now we're onto the playoffs, but it's
Well, the Wyndham first.
well, right.
Some
I
players
think
the Wyndham first.
The
Some players.
Wyndham is sort of it's like the wild card game. Um, got to play well there to make a move in the playoffs, but no, it's just I was just doing some reflecting about it, and it's crazy how quickly it went. But I am appreciative that I mean I enjoy seeing Scotty dominate. Um, and I thoroughly enjoyed McIlroy's triumph just from a
Oh,
golf fan perspective. And I thought Spawns was cool. So I think it was one of the kind of best collection of majors that we've had in a while. Was my take.
It's a fair take. I mean, we had two. I mean, it was either in terms of the finish, either like crazy good or crazy boring, and I'm sure Scotty wouldn't want it any other way. If Spieth was doing that, I'm sure we wouldn't be complaining. But yeah, the dominance is fun. I'm sure Tiger fans many, many moons ago when he was doing this
Many moons.
weren't complaining either. The cream rose in the majors. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I mean, you look at three of the four guys that won them are no doubt Hall of Famers in the sport, and then you have, JJ Spawn, which Bob got to see in person, which was pretty freaking cool. I mean, that golf course, how that Sunday played out with the weather as well. Um, not the household name, but
yeah, it's funny because you had such weird, like, the venues were like, I mean, Quail's disgusting, but like, Portrush and the Oaklawn are two of the better venues for their championships. And, I think it was funny because of the way the Scotty, Rory, and Scotty again won those three majors. It was so clearly the best player that week, deserved to win. Cream Rose, as you said. And then you have Spawn, where he was the best player that week, but the way they set it up was almost gimmicky. So a lot of luck was required to even contend at that setup at Oakmont, which kind of provided a fun tournament to watch because you got to see a lot of chaos and calamity. And even though not many big names were on the leaderboard on Sunday, it was at least fun to watch, even though it very easily could have ended up with Rob McIntyre winning and it being a joke of a champion.
really, dang, what's the Bob Mack hate?
I don't hate Bob Mack. I just think that Bob Mack he would have won because he got an earlier tee time that day.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
if he won at 1 over with the leaders
Yeah.
starting at 4,
Yeah.
that
It's like
feels a
JT.
little
Yeah.
what's the old
um
though? It's been hanging around.
yeah,
I'm not
but
saying it. I'm not saying he would have been a bad champion, but I think it would have been I don't think the best player would have won that week. It's kind of my point.
I think and I mean credit to Bob Mack for hanging around. But Spawn was in it from the beginning and like was there the whole time, and I think he also I mean then he also and I'm glad he delivered some shots. Like 17 is going to be forgotten, but he hit a cut driver right at the flagstick. And if he made that eagle putt, that's probably the two shots that we remember. Of course, now we get the putt on 18 forever. Um and yeah, no, it's not hate on Bob Mack, but I'm picking up what Bob's putting down by saying it deserved that tournament, I think deserved to have a champion that um was more relevant throughout the entire week, uh despite Bob Mack's kind of charge at the finish.
It's a fair take. I'm cool with that.
But there's also a bunch of cool names at Oakmont. I mean, Hatton was up there. Adam Scott, like that would have been a cool champion. Sam Burns, you don't, you
I mean,
know,
if
didn't pop at
Burns
majors much.
if Burns, Spawn, and say um like someone who was there, or maybe Bob Mack, were replaced with Scotty, Spieth, and even like a JT. I mean, that would be remembered as one of the best major Sundays ever. Um, but there just weren't really the names to match the excitement. Um, which is fine. It was I think easily the best Sunday of the year in the majors. I
Agree.
don't think it was that close.
For the audio.
Um, but unbiasedly too, I think that until that 13th hole, it really didn't look like much of a tournament for Rory.
No,
Um,
he was up
so
by 3 or something,
four, I
right?
think
I'm trying to remember. Like it was a wedge shot,
that wedge shot was
and it
unbelievable.
was the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's you should have been disqualified on the spot for that wedge.
Yeah. I mean, that's unfathomable how bad that was. Now that I'm thinking back to it. Um, but kind of kickstarted a chaotic finish. So, um, what are the venues in 26? I know we've got Augusta,
Augusta, Aronimink,
Aronimink,
Shinnecock, Birkdale.
Cock. Let's go. Birkdale. That's solid.
It's okay.
The PGA,
PGA is killing us, man.
yeah, they've been
I don't
disappointing
think
recently.
Mink will be great.
It won't
Um,
be.
I don't think Birkdale is anything special besides the fact that Spieth won.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's nothing crazy about
I think it's one of the
Birkdale.
poorer on the Rota for sure.
Yeah. Well, it delivers weather usually,
It does. It does.
which I will appreciate. And it's a proper
Delivers
open.
nasty fans as well.
Yeah. Well, we shouldn't. Yeah. No comment.
Um, we need what was I gonna say though? The PGA's had a tough stretch because it was
They were on
Kiowa was
fire.
sick
They
in
were on
21.
fire.
What was 22 PGA?
Southern Hills
Southern Hills. I feel
Ugh,
like good venue.
I hated it.
loved it.
I know Bob hated it. What was 23?
Oak Hill.
Okay.
Hated.
That
I didn't. Very forgettable.
Yeah, but I think it's still superior to Aronimink or Quail or it was
Yeah.
24.
Um.
never a good sign.
It's just yeah. Who even won that tournament?
Valhalla, Xander.
Oh yeah,
So there
exactly.
really hasn't been a good PGA venue since
Since arguably
Beth
21.
Page.
Wow. Whoa. That's
Kiowa?
opinion right there.
Oh, go right, Kapalua. You're right. That skipped my.
Kiowa, come on with Mr.
Cool.
Mickelson.
For some reason, I thought 21 was Harding Park for a second. I'm
All
like,
right. Harding Park sucks. I'll give you.
Harding
it
Park was pretty
horrible.
bad. And I think it
But
makes
yes, Kapalua. Yeah, not Kapalua. Kiowa. Thanks for
Kiowa.
Kapalua.
They might go to Kapalua at this rate, given the venues they're
Um,
picking.
but yeah, Kiowa, Beth Page. What was 2018?
That was where Tiger was. Bellerive.
Stunk. 17 Quail.
Oh.
Ugh. And
16 was
then
Baltusrol, believe.
yeah, Jim Walker.
15 was Straits.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, it's
so
been
that's not including 15, the last 10 venues. Well, yeah, last 10 years, there's been two good venues. That's
I'd
tough.
argue 3 or 4. But yeah.
What are 3 and 4?
So Kiowa, Bethpage. I liked Southern Hills and Whistling Straits.
I liked Oak Hill.
I wasn't counting Whistling Straits.
Oh, okay.
'Cause that
And
was
then
10
I
years
had no
ago
problems. I had
plus.
no problems with Oak Hill. I think
It's
it's
just so
got
forgettable. I don't remember a
got more
damn thing
character
about that.
than like Aronimink or well Valhalla was
Terrible.
pretty god awful. And Aronimink's fine, but it's like not a major. you know,
I don't know
like
what teeth they can give it. We'll see what teeth they give it.
it's a good to great golf course, but I think the PGA needs to like buy in more to being unique and going to the Kiowas and the Whistling Straits and the
Ruby
um
Chills.
I mean Bethpage is just kind of a classic, right? But
Yeah.
and I guess Oak Hill is kind of the same thing there. Um
They have a large rotation.
yeah, but like it'd be
And
cool
yet
to
somehow Quail gets 2 in.
Yeah.
2 in 9 years,
We got
two in
Frisco
Thomas's
coming.
career.
It's crazy, man. If you look at their future sites, it's like a bunch of places they've never been as well. I mean, they just keep going to different tracks.
Well,
Yeah,
get ready for every 6 years getting
Yeah.
Quail.
Yeah.
Frisco.
I mean,
Oh,
Irving's new,
true.
Frisco's new, Olympic Club's been a while. They got congressional.
Olympic Club, I don't think's ever had a PGA though. I think just the US Open.
Olympic Club will be
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah. First
I know
time
they're
there.
in the Detroit area in 2034 or something like
Oakland
that.
Hills, yeah. It's good that they're
So
planning 15. They have the 2050 something already announced too. So
yeah,
I like how the
Oakland
RNA
Hills is just a lot of the same that we've seen.
the RNAs doesn't know where they're going in 3 years, but the PGA knows where they're going in 20 years.
yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Hey, you're not going to complain, Dan. That's your neck of the woods.
Yeah, but Spieth's not even going to be qualified for that PGA at this rate. So
Longer time. You'll Sammy Spieth.
right, yes, it'll be uh it'll be Sully Spieth actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Sullivan.
I'm
What a champion.
trying to think other open thoughts. Um, Bob and I have probably a million stories that
Oh yeah.
some we probably shouldn't get into just on the podcast for confidentiality reasons. Um, but yeah, Portrush was cool. I think for our viewers, if you haven't been to an open, um, I've been to two. That was Bob's first one. I mean, Portrush, go to the ones in the small towns. They're just better. More authentic feel. I assume St. Andrews is probably pretty similar to Portrush. Troon probably. Like next year's Birkdale, and that's like Liverpool. It's just the smaller towns are just so cool because I mean these freaking small towns, like I don't know where you guys live, but it's like Portrush is like a population of 5,000 people,
Yeah.
and they have 200,000 people there for the Open. I mean, it just does so much for
Yeah.
the economy there. The people are they were so kind to us. We got pictures with like freaking numerous people, including an Irishman in an airport, which was a story for
Oh,
another day.
that was an awesome one. Yeah.
But yeah, they were happy to see the Americans. A lot of Americans there, and it's easy to see why. Bob, your first one, you loved it, obviously. I mean, you stayed what a couple weeks over there.
Yeah, I actually got sick for part of the second week, which stunk.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I had a little bit of a cold, but it wasn't that bad. Yeah, I went to Glasgow. Glasgow was sick. Um, Dublin was all right, to be honest. I didn't think it was anything special.
Where were you?
Um,
Sorry, it wasn't special.
what?
Where were you that wasn't special?
Dublin.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one because if they go to Port Marnock, that's like 5 miles from Dublin.
Yeah.
You guys should look at that golf course on like satellite. I have no clue how they're gonna freaking host a major there. The property is like minuscule in size. Um, it would be cool though. It'd be super easy to get to, which uh Portrush wasn't necessarily. But
But we lucked out thanks to Eileen.
yeah, we had a great Airbnb host, great place we stayed at, 35-minute walk from the golf course. What,
Did
20?
more walking last week than any week I'll probably ever do in my life.
Yeah. Super convenient last minute Airbnb we got. Convenient to all the pubs, convenient to downtown. Only thing we didn't do that we should have done, we should have freaking went to the beach one night. That's the only thing we probably didn't check off, but we checked
Should
off
have.
just about everything else.
Could have gone swimming. Water was pretty warm, apparently.
Really? That's wild. I would have never guessed it would have been warm. with how chilly it gets there, and
Yeah, they said
um,
it was like 40 plus.
40 plus
Yeah. Or
Fahrenheit.
no. No, what did they say? They said it was like close. I don't know where the number 40 came. They said it was close to the air temperature,
Okay,
which is
yeah, that would have been
interesting.
doable then.
Which is
Yeah.
interesting.
I don't know if it'd been comfortable, but it would have been doable.
Yeah. I was gonna say 40 plus is
40's cold, yeah.
yeah. That's amazing. I
Yeah.
the
The
pictures looked
days were
awesome.
so long.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's one of my
I mean,
favorite parts of Northern Europe in the summer. I was in
yeah.
Stockholm one year during uh like the summer solstice. The base sun basically didn't set. Uh it
No.
was dark for maybe 25 minutes that day. But um it's a lot of fun. Next time I'll go, I'll have to be for a major. Birkdale.
that's the plan next
Slowly
year for our listeners.
slowly drawing the circle around that on the calendar.
Yeah.
Um, but another major season come and gone. No top tens this year for our rooting interest. Couple top 20s.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you're looking at what the grade was for Spieth this major season, I mean, we're looking deep down on the list. I
I'd give
mean,
it
we're looking
a
probably D.
I was gonna give it a C minus.
Oh, that's generous.
Well, I think it's easy to forget where we were 8 months ago.
I think so too, but with the way he was playing part of this season,
I
no
think
contention.
the ma grinding out a result at the Masters was nice. Um, the PGA was pretty brutal, especially when we thought he was going to make the cut
You
on the
get the B or a
number.
B plus for Oakmont.
Oakmont was solid, but then not really parlaying the momentum from there into Portrush was pretty disappointing.
Straight F at Oakmont. Or no, Portrush. Straight F at Portrush.
Yeah, C minus might be a tad. It might be a D plus.
Oh, come on, Dan. Worst finish in 10 years.
No, at
No, he's saying for the year.
total for the total.
Oh, oh,
Yeah, not at Portrush. No,
F.
Portrush was yeah, it's not a D.
It was
It's
an
in the
F for free flights, being Spieth should have comped 5 hour trip for that.
yeah.
Dismal
I
performance.
was gonna say it's a D
Yes.
minus minus.
Diego's exact words after his first tournament were while watching Fitz and Scotty were this is so much more fun than watching Spieth.
I mean, Dan, was it not game 5 for Spieth on Sunday?
It can never be
That's
that.
It was game
that's
5 on
horrible.
Sunday.
This is game number 5 on the tee from USA.
It was
Jordan Spieth. That's
there weren't
pathetic.
many claps.
It was looking like Mickelson was going to beat him all week.
Yeah. Well, then he made what 5 birdies on the back. I mean,
Christian style.
yeah, he played the front, which was the easier side, so poorly that week.
It was so bad.
4 over Thursday, like 1 over Sunday. Friday was solid. Saturday was even.
Four
Some,
over on that front nine to open the tournament is one of the more unserious things I've ever seen in my
well,
life.
especially after playing it in 7 under the day before. That's like the ultimate wet concrete right there.
Well, no, he didn't. He didn't play at 7 under because he left after hole 7 and played
Oh,
16,
yes.
17 instead.
Correct. Yes, he played.
Fifth, the player who got banned from one of the major sites.
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Clark.
Yes.
Oh, we haven't even talked Ryder Cup, which
Probably
I think at
should.
this point it's very much on the outside looking in for Mr.
Very much
Spieth.
so. Yes.
Very much might be stretched.
Oh, I think it's very
It
much.
it feels pretty far away.
Cam McCormick believes Spieth needs to win.
Yes, I think Spieth believes that. That's what he said.
So
Yeah. But that's why we're headed to Wedgefield.
never a good sign when you're playing this event.
No, it's not. I will say, and we'll get into it more in the preview pod, but it's the third highest strength of field from a non-major
What?
this year. And that might include signature events. But it's
Yeah.
like it's like the Scottish, the um
It's kind of a sad
uh,
statistic if you
the
think.
Scottish, Phoenix, and then Wedgefield.
Is that good news or bad news for Speed?
So that's a great thought because I was also thinking, when's the last time he's played a like easy course? It's been a few months. 3 months probably.
And what was that?
Truist.
Yeah, that went really well.
Yeah. And then the week before was Ranch, which we know difficult, and he finished solo fourth.
I guess that helps the major grade this year.
True. Yes, that's why I was at C minus. But the
Okay. Yeah,
expectations are pretty high at Ranch. So um no, but it's been because after Truist it was PGA, Colonial, which played toughish this year. Memorial was tough, US Open, and then it didn't play the Travelers really. So
he
it's
made
been
it
a
look
while.
tough.
It's been a while since he's played at this kind of golf course.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the preview pod too. I mean, I quite enjoy the tournament actually.
Yeah, no, I have no.
I think it's one of the
Wyndham's kind
better
of cool,
courses on tour. I do.
except for that one green, number 12 or something, that par three, where it's like a massive bowl in the front.
Often fair.
But if you if you like chip it, if the pin's in the back and
Oh
you're
yeah.
short by like 2 yards, it rolls like 40 yards off the green or something. Like it rolls
Yeah.
all the way off the green, and it's kind of absurd.
Hopefully
And
Spieth
it's
will get the
also
right number
chilling.
there.
I feel like he
Well,
also
the brother
well
needs to dial in.
yeah. Um yes. We won't share that part. Um but I do think I feel like this tournament always gives us some drama. I feel like I
Yeah.
enjoy watching it most years. I'm usually enjoying watching the Wyndham on Sunday, which is cool, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's good for what
Recently
it is.
Spieth played plenty. Um, but yeah, it's really
Has
not
been
a good
playing when the TV's been on late in the afternoon.
some grim course history.
Yes, I was
Go back
very
12 years and you'll find the good stuff.
true. We were reminiscing about in chat about the 2019 appearance, which was a first round lead on 18 box come Thursday
MDF.
afternoon. And then, well, yeah, 18 standing on 18 box, first round lead. And that hole's about as wide as it gets. OB. And then it's a 25 footer for bogey, followed by a 7 under Friday,
That was so 2019 for
followed
him
by a
to just
79
drain it for
Saturday and an
bogey.
MDF. Yeah. Um, which is incredible.
Yeah, it
But
really
and then it was played in 20. He wasn't there in 21.
Didn't need to
Not
be there in 21.
wasn't there in 22 or 23 either, I don't think. Was he there last year?
He was, yeah. Didn't go well.
Was it a missed cut?
Was it a miscut?
I think so. Well, regardless, his season ended there.
No, it ended
No, it
St.
ended
Jude,
in Memphis.
Did it?
the 9 over finish, St. Jude.
Yeah. Yeah, that was bad. Did he
Didn't he
actually
almost shoot like
Wyndham last
80?
year? Why do I not remember that?
Last season was very forgettable, Dan.
That's true. But I feel like he's played it more than we
What, the
than I
Wyndham?
He was
remember.
so injured, we were going into events not even really not that we weren't caring, but we weren't even like taking it seriously. 'Cause
He's
you know,
played Wyndham 4 times. He's got, well, we're getting really into the Wyndham. Second and 13, the missed secondary cut in 19, T72 in 20,
That's
and a
chills.
missed cut in 24. I think a T72 is worse than missing a cut, frankly.
T72 is fantastic. He's basically 1 for 4 in his trips there
Yeah, it's been
with
fun.
3 missed cuts. I mean, that's unreal. That's like a T72 is like a round 4 missed cut. Like you just don't get paid because you're outside the top 70.
It's worse because it means the weekend rounds are poor, and you already played 2 probably poor rounds to get into the cut.
Yeah.
It's just
Not exactly.
not good.
Lowering the strokes gained metrics, but 2020 was pretty god awful too. So, but yeah, we're probably getting too far into Wyndham.
Yeah, let's save it.
Yeah, that's all. I don't have anything more on the Open, Portrush, Ryder Cup. Sure, we'll
I
look
don't
at that more in the next episode too. But it was good to chat with you fellas as well.
it's great
So,
talking to you, Dan.
Yes, sir.
always
Talked to
is.
Jordan a good amount over the last 3 weeks.
Too much,
but
man. Too much. Just
Too
kidding.
much.
Just kidding.
Too much.
Just kidding. We had a sick trip. Looking
It
forward
was awesome. It was
to
awesome.
next year.
As last minute as they come too.
Yeah. Just
So
I think even better is the golf from Spieth. Thank you, Spieth.
Yes.
But
but we'll be back tomorrow. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
see you
Looking
then.
forward to it.
Enjoy.
Take care.
Peace.